Good morning, guys. Today is the beginning of day one, and following our routine, we open today with some prayer. I don't want you guys to think that I'm doing this just to show off that I pray or something. In fact, I would argue that I don't pray as much as I should. Later, when he is no longer in his right mind, he asks for them back. Should you return them to him? No one would say it's just to do so.
Man, it got warm pretty quickly. I think I started too late in the day. I think I have to start my walks before sunrise. Just doing that 1 mile was very draining. Still feeling pretty good. Things are okay. I mean, this is all sweat, guys. This is all sweat. And I had a fan on me directly. I think I just started way too late in the day. I was close to hitting that 20-minute mark. I was trying to pace myself. And then towards the end, I just got burnt out. I think it was just the heat. And I think it was just the fact that I sweat so much. So yeah, I think if I started earlier in the day, I would have hit my time.
After my 1 mile on the treadmill, I was looking for creative ways to try to cool down and cool off. And while I was at the store earlier today, I found what looks like a foldable kiddie pool. So I got it and I figured we'd try it for the video and see how it comes out. It took me quite a while to fill up. And as it was filling up, I was worried at first that it wasn't going to hold the water, but it did. It actually held it very well. In fact, this kiddie pool was a lot better than I originally thought it was going to be. Those are little cactuses that I've grown. We have wild cactus that grows out here, and I'll try to take pieces and replant them, and they tend to grow up pretty quickly.
So while we're trying to sit here and cool off, I wanted to take some time to talk about my new favorite Japanese song called Ororiko by Vaundy. You know, the song is really catchy, but it's a bit more than that. You know, when I first heard the song, I didn't understand any of the lyrics, and I've been trying to ingest more is that a good word, ingest? Digest more Japanese media, mostly for the purpose of studying the Japanese language and seeing how it is naturally, some common phrases or pop culture references that they have that's more internal. But this song has become to me more than just a Japanese study lesson. And after diving a bit into the lyrics of the song, I could start to see why. You know, as someone who's pretty much traveling halfway across the world to spread the gospel, this, very non-Asiatic philosophy, if I can even word it like that, I have to use sources of Japanese media, kind of like my bridge. And that's a perfect example of what this song, Ororiko, has kind of become. So the song has a very modern sound to it, but at the same time, it's very nostalgic. It kind of reminds me of like the early 2000s, maybe late 90s in its beat and sound. And that's saying a lot coming from someone who pretty much grew up and spent most of his life in Southern California. I think this lends more to the claim of it being cross-cultural. There's covers of this song in native languages, and usually that's not the case. Usually when you cover a Japanese song, you keep it in Japanese, but I've seen covers in English, I've seen covers in Vietnamese, I've seen covers in Korean. It kind of just shows that this song speaks at a deeper human level. It's clear that the song is really about loneliness and not going back to these old things that were tearing you apart or breaking you down. The highlight of the song is when the singer is doing this vocalization that's supposed to mimic a phone ringing and being totally ignored. But for me, this has become a deeper insight on the loneliness of the Japanese culture, on the way it tries to hide its loneliness with overexcitation, with a happy delight, with a fun pop sound. And we see this across Japan, this rise of hikikomoriism. People being too scared to leave their own bedrooms, spiraling down into this loneliness. And of course, the song is quite literally an actual language bridge for me in the culture. I use a lot of the lyrics in the song for my Anki deck and kind of memorize the words and what they mean. But more importantly, it helps me to better see the spirit of Japan. I think Japan is in deep spiritual warfare. I think their crashing birth rate, their loneliness, maybe there's still something I'm missing. And in these 3 years, I have to find it, figure it out. If there's anyone out there who wants to join, make plans. I'm gonna need some other pilgrims with me.